You're watching iRacing on the Ghost Fire Media Network.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bristol Motor Speedway for the AOLL SPORTSMAN Series. I'm your host tonight, Larry Patrick, alongside Carl Henderson. Man, Carl, how you doing tonight? Yeah, we got some newcomers here tonight. I'm seeing some names I don't really recognize. Brian McPherson, a new name I'm not familiar with. Let's see here. Who else do we got out there? I think that's really about it. I think Brian McPherson's fairly new to the league. Yeah, absolutely. Looking very quick. We're taking a look at, the 82 catches the wall. I like that little message there. Thank a veteran right there on the side. You get a nice little snapshot there. Obviously qualifying here, Bristol Motor Speedway going extremely quick. Let's see here. We got Andrew Burgess just taken to the track. So let's see if we can catch Andrew Burgess. The Canadian driver. See what he could do. He's currently sitting 21st. Excuse me. And it looks like he got a little damage there. I'd say he probably got up in the wall, and that looks like where he's going to qualify. And then we got Sean Carmody should be out there right now as he's on the track, running some laps. 23rd, and Tim St. Jean just took onto the track. Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite tracks personally in all of NASCAR, this is Bristol. I mean, obviously, this is the track you go to if you want to see some carnage and damage going on. We're going to have about 26 trucks here tonight. So I definitely foresee some incidents going on as these guys try to turn these laps here tonight at Bristol. Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the trick, I think. Yeah. When you get to a super speedway, a lot of it, you're kind of running side by side. As Randy would say, lug nut to lug nut. But here you're going to be tight and people are going to bump. People are going to find different braking points going to these corners, and that's going to cause a lot of these incidents. Randy with the qual. All right. And he seems like he's been getting better and better every week. As right now. Absolutely. It looks like we're going to end up killing the last 30 seconds here for... Can't hear Carl, huh? Let me see if I can turn you up. Go ahead and try to talk to the people there, Carl. You know what? I think I see what we might have some issues with here. And it looks like it is. Give me 1 second. I think that is going to be on my end, Carl. I believe my... Go ahead, Carl. Give me a little talk. Yeah, just go ahead and keep talking. Let's go ahead and click that one on. I think you should be good now to be able to talk to the people. They should hear you fine now.
All right. Well, I said some very insightful things. I'm not going to repeat them because everyone missed out on them. Larry heard them. He's in awe. But yeah, we got everybody lining up here, gritting up, and we'll be racing here soon. I would say let's go through the starting lineup, but we're gonna be running out of time here, so maybe we do the top 10 real fast.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Let's show the grid real quick. That'll take a quick, fast, and a hurry. Currently, your pole sitter Blake Gordon, followed by Brian McPherson in second, third Brandon Bernhardt, fourth Justin Anderson, fifth Joshua Hanner, sixth Johnny Downey, seventh Randy Pepper, Kevin Haas in eighth, Joe Densmore in ninth, and Cody Leland in 10th.
And I would continue reading, but I can't. The grid didn't show up for me, so.
Hey, no problem, man. So we got Brian Tiffany running 11th, Ross Gage in 12th, 13th Ed Springer in 14th, Josh Last in 15th, Dan Shirley in 16th. We have Chris Oliver. 17th is William Beal. In 18th, Blake Zeedy. And I don't know why that's that. Let's hit this one here. 19th, Michael Burgess. And in 20th, Stephen Domini. 21st, Andrew Burgess. And 22nd, Tim St. Jean. 23rd, Rick Kohler. And 24th, Sean Carmody. 25th, John Gordon. And in 26th, David Paris. That'll round out your top 26 in the race here tonight. With the pace lights on, we're about to go racing. And green flag, we're off. Blake Gordon leading down into turn one. As he already moves up to that high side. And now it goes 2 cars Endeavor, and then the 73, Justin Anderson moves out to third there. Blake Gordon with a massive jump as he leads him across the track to lead the first lap.
I'm kind of in shock by that. That was, on the start of the race, we started on the green flag, so it's not a leader controlled thing. I'm blown away by how much of a lead he got there.
Yeah, it was a massive jump, and he definitely jumped out to the lead quite early there.
Oh, we might have caution?
Yes, caution is out. Caution is out already. And we'll take a quick look here. And we jump back to David DeParish showing under caution. Goes down and stops on the inside and leaves the track. I believe that would be the reason for the caution.
Yeah, not sure if he had some issues there at some point. That was a little weird, but...
Yeah, sometimes I don't ask questions. I just don't ask questions. Let me get my bearings about myself here. All right, here we go. We are under caution already here tonight. Adam, I appreciate all the feedback, man. He said that they can hear you, but you're loud, and I hopefully was able to mitigate that. Let me take a quick look just to see if anything going on here. No, nothing here. Just the funny things that this system likes to do.
Yeah.
Just making sure there. Well, first caution of the night. Coming
Didn't take
from a
us
car,
too
I
long.
believe, just leaving.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not quite sure what happened there, but I'm wondering now. You know, Blake had such a good restart. He will get the control of the restart here. Justin Anderson will be right on his outside. Justin moves up 2 spots there. So I'm curious, you know, to see will Blake be able to do this kind of huge jump again, or will the other people, you know, other drivers have something for him?
And Blake's always been really good at these restarts, and you never really can time on what he's about to do. So I definitely look to see Blake grab a solid restart here. But Justin Anderson, definitely a veteran of the league, veteran in his racing. He normally holds his own with Blake there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, starting on the outside will be a huge advantage for Justin here. If he can get up to the side of Blake and hold his position, then he'll be able to keep Blake from getting high, and that high line is going to be preferred. So he might be able to steal the position if he can just hold steady with him on the restart. And I'm looking through the field now, see if we had any big movers. Near the back of the field, we had Sean Carmody and John Gordon, both Endeavor teammates, moved up 3 spots each. Josh Laston moved up 2 spots. Justin Anderson, as I mentioned, moved 2 spots. But for the most part, the field hasn't changed a lot, as we were only green flag racing for, you know, what, 2 laps or something. So.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And the big thing, you know, one thing I'll say about cautions here at a track like this, such a little track, you kind of run these caution laps pretty quick. So I think pitting is going to be key here when you look at these guys, when they pit and everything else, because you can't dip off. I mean, it's, you know, you're not looking at the bigger 1.5 mile, 2 mile tracks here when you run into pits.
Yeah, it's scary pitting somewhere like here on a green flag run, because if a caution comes out, you could end up multiple laps down. But you know, if caution doesn't come out, you've got a huge advantage by having fresher tires. So, yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see some people hopefully going to caution as we're getting ready to go green flag.
And we're back green flag racing here. There's Blake Gordon again, another one of these great jumps out to the lead. Justin Anderson able to hold his own, and Josh Hanner pulls that outside. He's going to take over the third spot over the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if Blake's got some like illegal fuel in his truck or something. That was a crazy restart.
And again, and a lot of that comes down with timing for people that don't know out there.
Oh, we are under caution.
The AOLL, it looks like it's going to be the same culprit as last time. David DeParis. Let's take a look.
I'm really confused. You know, actually, now I'm looking at it, I think that is the exact same incident. I don't think. Oh.
No, I don't believe that is.
Yeah,
we're gonna go live one more time here, and then I'm gonna go back, and the last one is David DeParis. We're gonna watch it one more time, and here he is around the course.
I think it may have actually been. Oh, I'm checking some other stuff now.
I hate to say it, partner. Yeah, that's a completely different incident there.
Huh.
The first one, looked like he was going towards the pits, pulled out, then drove down the back or down the straight, pulled down to the side, and then disappeared there. Looks like he grabbed a toe there. Okay.
All right. Well, we'll roll with it.
We apologize for. Yeah. I don't know what to say there.
Yeah, I certainly don't.
I've got nothing.
Yeah, all I saw there was him just pulling off, and All right.
All right.
and I'm wondering, he may have parked it now. David may have parked it. It's looking like he's in the duds and not moving. So
we will find out if this happens a third time. I don't know. Can we get him on the podcast Friday night? I've got questions.
Yeah. Well, and he's my winner pick for tomorrow night, so there's a chance we may have him on anyway.
Hey, there you go. Hey, by the way, not to jump ahead of myself there for the podcast, I just want to point out I did pick the winner for the Cup race on Sunday.
Well done. I'm not gonna put my own teammate, but you have no problem with that.
Well, no, I have confidence in my teammates.
And I almost picked you when we saw how that ended.
We won't talk about that race. we'll set it and forget it, man. We're going to move on past that one. Well,
yeah.
We are looking right now 15 into 100 laps. And second caution out. Doesn't appear to be any significant damage to anybody or anything or any wrecks. So we just cruise around in caution here again. As we prepare for hopefully some green flag racing here.
Yeah, hopefully. Here we go.
And pace car comes off. Blake Gordon with another good jump. But this time Justin Anderson, he's able to hang with them a little bit there as they head down into turn one. Blake running that mid to high line. He's going to open up just a small gap. This is much smaller than last time as Justin Anderson running that low line coming through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a much that jump was nearly as large there. Justin's able to hang with him here, running a much lower line. He's going to have less speed on corner exit there, but he's definitely running a shorter way around the track, and he is gaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin Anderson, he's making that run there as he's fighting. You see just back there in third, Josh Hanner. He's running about the same line as Blake Gordon. And the gap stays about the same. Blake not able to really pull away from these guys right now.
Yeah, that could be pacing to a degree, trying not to burn through your tires too early. As we mentioned earlier, you definitely don't want to be the first to stop tires or anything like that. So,
and caution is back out. I think we might actually have a wreck on this one, though, partner. Let's take a look.
Looks like maybe Blake Zeedy.
Blake Pasta gets there, gets low, slides a little bit, tries to come back on the track, hits the outside wall. Hold them brakes, Blake. Hold them brakes.
Yeah, I think that was one of those situations where it looked like to me like just going transitioning from asphalt to concrete. I've got who's doing that before. It kind of looks like what happened there.
Whoa, that's another quick caution here. We're at lap 21 of 100. Hey, while we got a second partner, let's take a listen from our sponsors.
For 20 years, the Guitar Attic has been your home for used and vintage guitars in the Daytona Beach area and at GuitarAttic.com. The Guitar Attic is your home for used and vintage guitars. Whether you're looking for that collector's piece or that beginner piece, they've got you covered. With names like Fender, Gibson, Gretsch, Ibanez, Martin, Taylor, and much, much more, the Guitar Attic has all the guitars you need. And bass players, they haven't forgot about you. They've got all the top names. Amplifiers from Friedman, Victoria, Fender, Boss, and many, many more. They also have the largest selection of used pedals anywhere in the Southeast. The Guitar Attic, located at 1672.5 Ridgewood Avenue, just north of Flomish in Holly Hill, Florida. Also, check us out online at GuitarAttic.com.
And we're back here from Bristol Motor Speedway. As the third caution out here tonight, your leader still Blake Gordon, but Justin Anderson worked his way up to second, followed by Josh Hanner, Brandon Bernhardt, Johnny Downey up to fifth, and Kevin Haas in sixth. Seventh, Brian McPherson. In eighth, Randy Pepper. And in ninth, Joe Dinsmore and Cody Leland out rounds out the top 10.
Yeah. Not a ton of movement through the field yet. I think if we can have some green flag laps, you might actually see people, able to gain some laps here. But when the cautions we've had, it's difficult to get any movement.
Well, we definitely kind of expected this. Now, don't get me wrong, we did not expect the first 2 cautions.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by those. I'm going to have to talk to an admin about those. That I have no clue what happened. I still apologize for those.
Yeah, usually when you're staying off the track like that, it doesn't usually bring out a caution, so it's very confusing. But here we are, and we're going green.
Absolutely. Pace car's back off. There goes Blake Gordon with a massive jump. He's going to get about a truck length lead as they head into turn 1 as the 70 of Brandon Bernhardt tries to fight on the outside of Josh Hanner, but Josh Hanner able to clear him as they come off turn 2, head down into turn 3. As you see Justin Anderson starting to pull up, catch up a little bit to Blake Gordon.
Yeah, one thing I find really interesting is that, I see Josh Hanner there occasionally drop down a little bit, not running that high line like Blake. He's also not going nearly as low as Justin. So
Caution, back out again.
Oh, no. Was Randy involved?
Randy unfortunately was.
Oh. Randy.
And here we go. Comes out, kisses the wall, comes down a little bit. Oh, that looked almost like it could have been a little net code. Gets with the, I believe, 15 into the 75.
Hey, but held on those brakes. That's the way to do it.
Hey. That gorgeous looking guitar addict.
Well, maybe not too gorgeous looking right now, but he'll get it fixed up.
Absolutely beautiful thing. Some fast repairs here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's going to be lots of guys that are going to go through a lot of fast repairs tonight.
And I've stated it once, I'm going to state it again. Arguably one of my favorite tracks in NASCAR is Bristol Motor Speedway. And you come here for the carnage. I mean, I'd be lying for the listeners out there. If you're here to watch green flag racing, probably not going to see a lot of it. Bristol's known for that beating and banging of them doors, and that's what we kind of expect here tonight.
Yeah, this isn't like this is our TNT series where, we'll drive caution free. So,
shots fired.
So I have to ask you, you're saying this is one of your favorite tracks. Do you wish you were out there right now?
Actually, yeah, I'd be lying. Yeah, I do. Being that it is one of my favorite tracks, very quick. You got to be super, I want to say smart with the throttle, because you can't just hammer it for the most part coming out of these corners. You got to kind of ease into it, but you got to do it in the right way to get that drive coming out of the corner, get it down that straight, and then get that truck stopped, getting back into that corner. And the beautiful thing about it, of these trucks compared to the Cup cars, they're more stable. You're not going to lose that back end like you would in a Cup car. So absolutely, I'm really sad that I'm not out there with them. I will say one thing, it's not Bristol dirt. I would love that if we were doing another Bristol dirt because, I love dirt racing, and that's just an absolute blast.
So I'll tell you what, next time we're here with the trucks, you can go out there and you can call the race from your truck, and I'll pick up the gaps.
I'm not as talented as your in-race reporters like Nick Adams, man. I can't do that. So we got a little clarification on the first 2 cautions. David actually he said, sorry about sitting off the track waiting for everybody to go by. He didn't know that it would cause a caution. And that's ultimately what happened with those first 2 cautions.
Got it. Okay.
Oh! We'll talk here in a minute after this. We're about to go green flag racing. Blake Gordon, once again, another great jump. As you see, Josh Hanner, he's looking down the inside of the 73 now of Justin Anderson, and just behind him, Johnny Downey looked on the inside, but your outside line is able to clear as they come into turn 3, come out of turn 4, and we head across the stripe.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed there, but Justin got a little sideways on corner exit. He was pushing it to try to keep Josh Hanner from getting by him.
Well, and how much of this right now? We're at lap 31 of 100. How much tire wear are we going to see here tonight when we know short track like this? Tires are going to be key. This isn't a super speedway where you can run on one set.
Yeah, at some point, it's because what I was saying about green flag stops. I don't think we're going to have green flag stops at any point. I think we're going to have another caution at some point, and the guys will decide to come in. But if you do have to make a green flag stop, it comes on the timing when you're going to do it, because you definitely don't want to be the first to do it. Because if caution comes out, or I should say more accurately, if caution comes out, it's risk reward. And we do have someone that says practice. I don't think
Caution's back out. And look here, Mike Burgess involved in this one, as for some reason I did not look for that. So Mike Burgess, there it is. As we come through the corner here. Oh, John Gordon gets spun, comes down, collects Mike Burgess. That is the 14, the 19, and
Chris
the
Oliver.
82. More bear.
Well, that wasn't good.
No, unfortunate for those guys. Good night, baby. Sorry, I had to tell my kids good night. All right, sorry, back. What I was trying to say earlier, and here we go. We've got guys coming into the pits now, lap 35 of 100. Our favorite commentator, or our favorite commenter out there, Miss Joyner, just said she had surgery today. Is just home to see Mama's Man Boy race. She's rooting on Go 14. Hey, we're rooting for her, for you. We hope that surgery went well and you recover.
And hey,
Quit
she got
fast
on
in a
just she got on just in time to see Chris Red. So great timing there.
You know, 2 and 2 didn't click to me there. I definitely said 14, and I was like, I know that's my teammate, but it didn't even register at that point.
Well, Chris will take his fast repairs, and he'll be able to get back out there, and he'll be going back out 22nd. It looks like right now. Actually, just gained it. You know, we'll let time into scoring settle itself out in just a little bit. But right now, it's saying that I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, you know, this is one of them tracks that I tend not to get overzealous until we start lining back up, because let's just face it, man, these guys are going to be everywhere until time in scoring shows right.
Right. Yep. It's Chris is probably gonna have to sit there for a little bit and let a lot of people pass it. He's actually pulling down the apron there, so it gets a little confusing sometimes when you're in the car.
Yeah, absolutely, and you know, you do your best, and I'll say one thing: I made that switch to VR, and looking at your relative and everything when you're in VR compared to triple monitors is a big difference. And so I know some of these guys more experienced with it than me, but still at the exact same time, to find those little marks, it gets difficult from time to time.
Well, just last night running practice at Daytona for the TNT series, you know, I was, you know, there were a few times where Josh Laston was having to come over my radio and say, "Hey man, you gonna hold your line?" And I was just like, "Hey, I'm just I was just looking at my relative, and when I look at my relative, I start drifting." So that is a problem with VR.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Craig Davis out there giving the shout out to number 47 to Josh Hanner. We are looking forward to see what Hanner can do. Like I stated earlier, got that winning cup this Sunday, running very well right now. Was sitting in third, but we got guys that didn't take pit stops. So we're looking at the number 6 of Tim St. Jean, followed by Andrew Burgess in second. In third, Sean Carmody. In fourth, Randy Pepper. Then we have Blake Gordon, Justin Anderson, Josh Hanner, and then Johnny Downey, as we are back to green flag racing. And Tim St. Jean with a great jump as he heads into turn 1. Comes out at turn 2.
That's great. I love seeing that. I have a lot of respect for Tim. I love racing with Tim. So it's fun to see him up there. But I do also want to point out, you're talking about people who had not pitted. Sean Carmody and Randy Pepper had actually pitted earlier at lap 27-28. So they aren't on fresh tires, but at least not ancient tires.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have specified that. Most of these guys had already
Caution
pitted.
is out.
Most of these guys had already pitted for other incidents, and that is why they were able to stay out now. And unfortunately, seeing the number that was stopped there, that is our teammate Josh Laston involved in this incident, as he gets into the back of William Klingbeil and then gets spun here by the 80. It looks like this guy's checking up. He ran to that corner a little bit much, and
yeah, maybe he should have stuck to his old pedals since he upgraded pedals this week. But I do want to, we're talking about the caution. I want to go back to that. Tim St. Jean and Andrew Burgess have not pitted yet, so they are still out there on old tires.
Okay.
Tim isn't in an awful position right now because he controls the restarts. He did at least have a buffer of some guys in between him and Blake Gordon, who's now third already. So if I were Tim, I'd be thinking about pitting now, I think, but he might try to stretch it a little bit longer so that he can have a tire differential later on in the race.
Yeah, actually, we're showing right now the pit stop. I cannot talk today. Pit stop strategy stint length. Tim St. Jean up 21 spots, but has not pitted. His Canadian counterpart, Andrew Burgess, again, up 19 spots, has not pitted. But then we got Blake Gordon. He pitted 6 laps ago. Sean Carmody, 13 laps ago. Josh Hanner, 7 laps ago. And Justin Anderson, 7 laps to go. Randy Pepper pitted 15 laps to go. And Johnny Downey, 7 laps to go. So right there on your screen kind of shows you where these guys are as far as pit strategy going through this race.
I have to say, I kind of love that we have, or not kind of, I absolutely love that we have 4 Canadians in this field in oval racing. Like, it's crazy to me, and I love it.
I agree. I mean, obviously NASCAR not big internationally like the Formula One series. It is great to see. And personally, I like to think that I'm becoming our Canadian friends' favorite driver or commentator or podcaster, as you will.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I just feel like that.
Oh, okay. For what it's worth, I think there are probably a lot of things you feel that are inaccurate. But most of those things have to do around driving talent. But
hey, if I could be everybody's favorite Friday night alcoholic, I'll be happy.
Well, we'll be back to things on Friday night, so hope everyone tuning in now will come back to this Friday. We have a good time. Yeah,
absolutely. Friday, an absolute blast. And I've been seeing some of the views and stuff like that. They are increasing drastically across YouTube, Spotify, and everything else. So it's been awesome. The comments that flow in through the entire podcast, about a 2-hour podcast, starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's an absolute blast. Come over, sit down, have a drink, and throw some comments and talk to us.
Yeah, we really enjoy interacting with people in the comments. So if you do watch, be sure to leave us some messages.
All right, partner, we're lining back up. Your leader still, Tim St. Jean, and in second, Andrew Burgess, as they're coming through 3, heading towards turn 4. Pace car will dip off, and we will go back green flag racing here from Bristol Motor Speedway. And there's a big, nice jump by Tim St. Jean, but look, right there, Blake Gordon timed it perfectly, and he is all over Tim St. Jean as he gets around Andrew Burgess. Now, he looks towards the outside, but Tim St. Jean shuts that door on Blake Gordon, but Blake gets to the outside through 4, and he'll clear him coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, I was going to say the one person I think this hurt really here was Josh Hanner, but because I didn't think he'd be able to navigate through everyone that quickly. But he is holding right now and not really losing much to Blake Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely. But I do agree with that. And right now, between Josh Hanner and Justin Anderson, as you see Justin Anderson trying to work his way through. But if these guys won't be able to run with Blake, they're going to have to get around some of these guys on older tires. But I'm not going to lie, the number 6 there of Tim St. Jean, he's holding his own as he's trying to chase down Blake Gordon.
I'll tell you what, first of all, it's incredible what Tim's doing right now because he is on older tires. He is holding his own. But I don't think anybody's going to beat Blake tonight on speed. He is so fast. He is so good at short tracks. I think the only way you see Blake lose tonight, in my opinion, is the same thing that happened last week, and that's some short
Yeah, absolutely. These guys looking around the track. We're halfway through here, lap 51 of 100.
Oh!
And there you look, you've seen it. Justin Anderson spun around. Oh, and he gets slammed by the 19 of John Gordon.
What happened there?
Smoke flying from these trucks.
I'm not trying to generate any controversy here, but Justin cannot be happy with John right now because it looked like his truck wasn't in that bad a condition. And John came in pretty late and hit him. I'm going to guess John just didn't see him or thought he was going to go somewhere else. But, yeah, Justin's truck is in bad shape right now.
Well, we're going to take a look here as you see Justin Aronson on the inside. Drifts up. And that looked like a little bit of net code there, partner.
Yeah, I agree. Justin was, Justin did drift a little high there. But that was definitely some sort of net code issue there that actually caused the incident. That's unfortunate. That's one of our contenders right there that's going to be shuffled to the back of the field.
He'll have to work his way up. Justin cannot be happy about that one there. All things counting there. Blake Gordon, though, your leader back again, as now we're seeing the number 6 of Tim St. Jean come down pit road. Johnny Downey with the damaged truck coming down pit road. And the number 18 of Josh Laston getting the wave around and getting a lap back.
Hey, look at that. Josh Laston back on the lead lap. Not embarrassing our team anymore.
I don't think he is. I think he's still 2 laps down, partner.
Oh, well, still embarrassing our team then. Josh, we expected more out of you.
I don't disagree with that.
It's okay. He's reserving all of his concentration for tomorrow night, TNT Series at Daytona.
Yes, the TNT Series at Daytona. We look forward to that race. Should be a heck of a race tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time. On the call be myself and Randy Pepper. So come and check it out for everybody that's watching right now. You don't have to listen to me drove on, or you don't have to listen to Carl being monotoned. You get to hear Randy Pepper's amazing voice.
It's incredible. It's like speaking to an angel.
You know what? I'm not even... You're 100% right about that.
Yeah, so we're getting going green here again soon. Josh Hanner, as we mentioned earlier, has worked his way up to second. Sean Carmody's still out on the track with having last pitted at lap 28. So he's got slightly older tires, but he's been holding his own there. He's running in third, but I'm really, are we going to see, Hanner be able to keep up with Blake Gordon here on the restart? Will he be able to stay to his outside? And if he can, like I mentioned earlier with Justin, if he can stay to his outside, he's got a legit shot of taking the lead here.
Yeah, absolutely. We see that's where Blake wants to run right away. So it's almost not a bad thing if Hanner's on the outside, but he's going to have to get that jump. He's going to have to keep Blake down. Just throwing some notable shout-outs there as we see the first TNT racer. That's number 40 of Sean Carmody in third right now. And Randy Pepper right now in fifth, and Joe Dinsmore worked his way up to sixth position as we go back green flag racing. Blake Gordon with, again, a massive jump. He opens about a 1.5 car length lead over Josh Hanner as they come down the backstretch. Can Josh Hanner reel him in? We got 57 of 100 completed here at Bristol.
Yeah, that was another masterful restart. It actually looks like Hanner might have checked up a little bit. I'm not sure if he thought that he maybe jumped it or something, but it seemed like he checked up a little bit. That's what enabled Blake to get a huge jump there.
Ooh, as we've seen the number 40, Sean Carmody, get a little bit loose there as he's trying to hold off the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt, and he is doing a heck of a job out there as Endeavor right now. 1, 3, and 4 of your top 5.
He wasn't loose. He was just drifting, and that's a very different thing.
You know what? I have nothing to say about that, partner.
Joe Dinsmore, also want to point him out. He's moved up quite a bit from the start. I think. Scroll over. Yeah, he's up 4 spots. It's not looking like he had a top 5 car, but running in 5th position right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, you're seeing a lot of good racers out there. We've got, Blake Gordon leading, Josh Hanner in second. But then you're seeing the newcomers, Sean Carmody sitting in third, Cody Leland now up to 6th. And Blake Ziti's worked his way up to 12th. Brian McPherson has worked his way up to 11th, because unfortunately Blake Ziti now starts to drop.
Yeah, a couple things I want to point out here about the two guys running up front. Both have the same fastest lap in the race, 15.2 for both of them. And they've been going back and forth on who has the fastest lap. I've been watching it. Like one lap, Hanner will be faster. One lap, like just this lap, Hanner was faster than Blake. They just keep kind of going back and forth, and that could just be, Hanner trying to get around and get it. Obviously, so you slow down a little bit, you try to pass someone in a non-preferred line. So, really good race here for the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. He's starting to heat up Josh Hanner. He is definitely pulling on Blake Gordon. Last 2 laps has been faster than Blake, but it makes the question, we know Blake, he can sometimes just lay back a little bit, try to preserve his tires. It makes you wonder, is he doing that right now?
Right, exactly. Because, someone catching you is not the same thing as having someone pass you. So he realizes he can back it up a little bit. He can let them get right on him. He can let them run in their non-preferred line to try to pass him and burn through their tires while he's just sitting there and serving them.
Yeah, absolutely. But these guys are starting to pull away from Sean Carmody and Brandon Bernhardt, who right now have got their own little battle going here for the 3rd spot.
Yeah, I cannot stress enough how incredible it is what Sean Carmody is doing right now on older tires, not as experienced in the trucks as a lot of the other guys around him. So really, really a great run for him so far. Having tires, he's 7 lap older tires, which makes a pretty big difference here. Albeit some of that was under caution.
Well, there it is. Sean Carmody, he's losing the spot to Brandon Bernhardt. Brandon Bernhardt goes around him there on the outside. They come across the road.
Well, they're teammates, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's one of those things like, hey man, over the radio, hey man, why don't you let me by? I'm faster than you, man. I can go catch those guys.
Yeah, and you're right about that. At certain points, sometimes you got to kind of bow down to your teammate and just let him go for the good of the team and to see if they can make a run up to these front guys.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize that it's not like a team orders type thing. This is not a situation like Formula One where one driver's the number 1 driver and the other driver's number 2. It's a situation where sometimes, in this case, Sean has older tires than Brandon does. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if Brandon's like, man, I'm faster right now. Sean knows that he's faster because he can see in his rearview mirror. You let your teammate by. Generally want to, if people are even non-teammates that are a lot faster than you and they're behind you, I sometimes let them by, but I'm not going to let them by as quickly as I will a teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. You're 100% right about that. And we want to make that. We got a lot of side-by-side racing going on here from 8th on back. As right now, Cody Leland fighting to hold off the number 3, Kevin Haas. And then just behind them, we have the 83, William Kling-Beal on the outside with the 82 of Mike Burgess. Then just behind them, you see the 80 of Ross Gage. Then you got Brian McPherson and Johnny Downey and Justin Anderson all trying to work their way back through this field.
This side-by-side racing right here, as awesome as it is for us to watch, has to be driving Justin Anderson crazy. Because he knows that he has one of the fastest trucks out there tonight. And if he could just get back up there, but, they're racing here, there's nowhere to go. He's faster than them.
Yeah, and you can't discount right now Johnny Downey either. Johnny Downey was up in 5th spot before that incident happened with Justin Anderson.
Yeah, that's true. I would not be surprised if Johnny's able to get back up there as well. Not necessarily saying he's contending for a win, but obviously he's a very fast truck tonight. I'm expecting to see him back near the top 5 before this thing's over.
Here at Ghost Fire Media, we like to do this thing where we give you 2 positive comments, but then we like to give you something that you work on just to try to keep you at a keeled level.
I'm not sure where you were going with that.
Because I compliment the man on getting up towards the front and running at the front, and you said, well, I don't think he can contend for a win, but don't be surprised to see him back up front.
Well, hey, look. Again, I've already said that I think that there's only one person that's going to win this race, because Blake has.
Justin Anderson sideways again.
Oh no!
Yellow flag is back out.
What happened?
Well, we're taking a look here. Justin Anderson There it is.
Looks like Kevin Haas may have clipped him there. Yeah, Kevin just came up and.
Well, and I want to point out there, partner, showing from my view, it could have been a little net code there as well. Now, Kevin was definitely coming up, but I did not see any contact. I will use the old rewind button here. I would like to see that a little bit closer because that to me still showed like there was a little bit of a gap there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. There does look like there was a gap, but regardless, Kevin was out of the
absolutely there was
line.
a gap.
Even with the gap, that wasn't Kevin's line. I think that's one of those things. He should have been lower, and Blake's pitting here. Looks like Hanner is coming in right behind him.
This is an interesting strategy. We got 19 laps to go. How many of these guys don't pit? And if these guys don't pit, that's going to make this harder for your leader here.
Look who's staying out.
Yeah, Justin Anderson. Not a bad call.
I'm pointing out specifically. I think Justin's a lap down.
Tim St. Jean.
Tim St. Jean.
And this is not bad calls by Tim St. Jean. It looks like is Andrew Burgess on the lead lap. Andrew Burgess might be there as well. I don't disagree with this call at all.
No, this is they took tires more recently. This is a great call. I love this. I think you got to go for it. I mean, you got to try and see what happens. I'm sure they wish more people had stayed out. I'm actually surprised more people didn't stay out. I mean, if you're running mid-pack, stay out, see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the tires are one thing. We know that you're going to be faster with fresh tires. But if you're not running with these guys up front, put them back behind you. But how much of this is because of fuel? That's another question. I don't know what their fuel run looks like. So how much is this because of fuel?
Yeah, that could be. I had trouble getting a count of how many laps on a fuel run here, so I couldn't really tell you. But you said we got 19 to go, and they had last pit. That could be fuel. You're right. There could be something with their hands. All those guys who pitted earlier, their hands were forced.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 17 laps to go now, but there's still going to be a gap. That's the big thing. Right now, we're still seeing a gap. And that gap is going to be Stephen Dom. So, could this work out for Tim? If it goes green flag, could this work out for Tim? Because, as I just stated, or you stated earlier, it's one thing to catch somebody, it's another to get around them.
I don't think this is a race-winning strategy. If more people had stayed out, entirely possible. But what I do think this could, very easily give both Stephen Dominy and Tim St. Jean here a better finishing position than they otherwise would have had.
And I'm curious right now what happened to Josh Hanner showing into 14th.
Yeah, I'm not sure because he came out. I wonder if he got a pit road penalty.
That would not be good. And pace car is off. Tim St. Jean with the great jump here as we go green flag. 15 laps to go. Bristol Motor Speedway. They head down into turn 1. Blake Gordon looking inside early though. As they come down the backstretch, Blake Gordon right on the quarter panel coming down to turn 3. And Blake Gordon coming out of turn 4. He will clear Tim St. Jean. And he goes back to leading this race.
Yeah, this is Blake's race to lose at this point, I think. I hate saying that. I mean, it just doesn't make for great entertainment. And there's still a lot of racing to go. There's a lot of things that can happen. You see guys here moving around. Could another caution come out?
Yeah, right now you've got Sean Carmody. He now takes over the second spot. Dan Shirley coming out of nowhere. He's looking for the third spot. And just behind them, there's the 95 of Joe Dinsmore. As your top 4 now want to try to chase down that number 48 of Blake Gordon.
Yeah, I think you look at Dan Shirley, who has a win this year. Joe Dinsmore has a win this year. Those are guys that definitely can contend. So, if they can get up there and get close to Blake, if caution comes out, we could potentially see a race here. But right now, Blake's just out for a Sunday drive right now.
I will say I believe the number 48 suits him very well in this league.
Yeah, have a joke. Maybe he'll take a nosedive later in his career and then start racing open wheel.
Blake, you heard it here first. We are betting for you to go to open wheel soon. Brett, we have another caution.
Oh, wow.
Johnny
that is a lot of
Downey.
red.
A lot of red is right.
We didn't have the big one in the Cup race. Maybe this is the big one at Bristol.
This is possibly. All right, let's take a look here. It's showing Johnny Downey. Oh, the 70 got touched. It looked like by William Cleveland hits Johnny Downey, 47. And look at all these trucks stacking up.
Oh, that is a lot of people.
Woo!
Wow. Okay, well. All right.
That will.
Well, it's looking like Closed Circuit is going to have a great finish tonight. Man, that's rough. A lot of really good drivers taken out in that.
Yeah, you see the 70 Brandon Bernhardt's been running up front a lot tonight. His truck's smoking.
The way he's driving right now, though, looks like Joe at Bristol Dirt.
Yeah.
So maybe he can still get a top 5 like that.
Crab walking, isn't he? Yeah, he's got a shot here,
Yeah.
I think.
Might be a little bit more difficult on the asphalt.
Hey, let's go ahead. Let's take a quick second. Let's take a quick second and hear from our the AOLL League real quick.
The AOLL Racing League began racing in the early 90s with Papyrus's NASCAR Racing and has grown over the decades, now racing on the iRacing platform. The AOLL has 3 divisions: the TNT Series Developmental Division for our beginners and those getting back into racing, the Cup Series for our veterans and Class A licensed drivers, the Sportsman Division racing the Gander outdoor trucks with drivers from the TNT and Cup Series. You can catch all of the AOLL action here on Ghostfire Media.
Back. And we're back as 6 laps to go. We're still under caution here at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, what I was saying earlier about, like, if anybody wants to be able to compete with Blake, we're going to need a caution. Here we go. It's happened. He's going to be restarting with his teammate Sean Carmody to the outside, but then Dan Shirley and Joe Dinsmore right behind them, hungry for a win.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and hear me out on this. If Blake gets a Blake jump here, if he just gets the restart we expect to see from him, if Dan Shirley can run with him, Dan Shirley could have a shot. Now, I don't know how strong he's been as far as lap times in comparison. He's been comparable to Blake as far as fastest lap goes.
Yeah, you know, a little bit off. Sean Carmody's actually been more competitive with Blake.
But he will be on that outside, so if Dan Shirley can get that jump and get up underneath the 40 of Sean Carmody, and he works his way around him, maybe he can fight with him.
Well, but it's the same thing I've been saying earlier before. That outside line, if Sean is able to keep up with Blake, which they are on equal tires now, if Sean can keep up with Blake, then watch out because Sean's got the preferred line.
Yeah, absolutely. Pace car's lights are off. 4 laps to go. Bristol Motor Speedway. The pace car dips off, and we are green flag racing. Blake Gordon again with a great jump as Sean Carmody comes high. That's the 49. Dan Shirley gets up underneath him, and Joe Dinsmore dips underneath him, but Sean Carmody gets that strong run coming out of the corner.
Yeah,
Caution out again.
Well, I would say these are like anti-Blake cautions because Blake does not want to see this right now. Blake's just wanting to go out there and drive.
I don't know why that keeps kicking me like that. All right, here we go. As we're looking at Ross Gage, hits the outside wall, comes down, tags the 50. Touches the 77. Man. You hate to see it for these guys. You really hate to see it for Ross. I think he became a massive star on the podcast.
Yeah, Ross is great. Oh, so I actually got some explanation on that issue with Josh Hanner. He said that he got a passing under yellow on that caution, and they cleared it, but then he had to still let people by.
Oh, man.
So that's unfortunate for him. You hate seeing someone who was a contender like that get messed up due to iRacing just doing its iRacing thing. But that's how it goes sometimes, and it's one of those things I've said to people before. Like people say like, "Oh, I have a lot of bad luck." Well, bad luck should kind of even out across everyone. It should average out. Everyone should eventually have the same bad luck. So, no worries there, Hanner. You'll be back next week, I'm sure, and see if you can have a good run then.
Let's not discount how well he's done here tonight, as is though.
Yeah, I mean, Hanner and Justin are the only two guys who could really possibly compete with Blake tonight. But again, I'm looking at Sean Carmody now, putting up comparable lap times. He just needs one good restart, and then who knows what can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 3 laps right now remaining here at Bristol Motor Speedway. A couple good incidents here, which is always fun to watch. Let's go. I'm going to run them down the top 10. Blake Gordon, Sean Carmody in second, Dan Shirley in third, and fourth, Joe Dinsmore. Fifth, William Clean Beal, as that just shook up on me. I believe that, yes. In sixth, Randy Pepper, and in seventh, Cody Leland. In eighth, Tim St. Jean. Ninth, Chris Oliver. And then in 10th, Brian Tiffany rounding it out. So Mama's Man Boy getting up there into the top 10.
Yeah, which is amazing because I feel like he's been involved. Like it hasn't been involved for, but has been involved in every wreck. But here he is. What great comeback for him.
And also the highest running current CCR racer.
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
Give the man his dues when they're due, man.
Hey, give me a car. Put me out there. Put me in.
Put me in, coach.
Who knows? At this point, I might be able to pass Josh Laston with however many laps he is down.
I hope he's listening out there. All right, here we go. We're about to go back green flag racing. This should about do it. I believe they only get one green-white checker. Pace car's off. Blake playing the game here, and there's the jump. He's going to get a great jump. Clear his teammate as they head down into turn 1. Blake with about a half a truck length lead coming out of turn 2 as they head into turn 3. That's the 95 of Joe Dinsmore looking on the outside of Dan Shirley as they fight over that third spot. White flag.
Here we go. At this point, I mean, Blake's going to have to mess up if anybody wants a chance at him. Sean had a decent restart there, but just too little too late. And Blake Gordon's going to win this race.
Absolutely. Blake Gordon takes the checker flag as red starts flashing all over my screen. We're seeing Cody Leland crash, Steve Dominy, Justin Anderson, all these guys. Apparently an incident involved here. Let's see if we can grab a quick look at this. Cody Leland looks like a little check up, and he gets sideways, saves it, comes up, hits Justin Anderson.
Man, Justin had a rough night. Real rough night for Justin. Again, you had 2 guys who were contenders tonight who got taking out things outside of their own doing there. It really stinks for them. But man, what a race! When we did have green flag racing, Blake was awesome. Great restarts. I think are the story of the night. Sean Carmody, look at that guy, moved up 22 spots to finish second. So great run by him, and Joe, finishing in the top 3 again.
Yeah, absolutely, killer run by these guys. And your winner, Blake Gordon. Let's pull him up into the booth. Hey, Blake, it's Larry and Carl in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
Man, I feel like I talk to you at least twice a week. You've pretty much become the second most the person I talk to second most other than my wife, man. How does it feel to win tonight?
I mean, it's always great to win a race, but tonight you guys all saw it. There was just a lot of yellows, not very many green flag runs, and it seemed like the other fast trucks tonight all had issues. Justin Hanner got like a really weird penalty somehow on a pit stop, and that dropped him to the back. So it would have been nicer to have more laps, man. I think this should be like 150 or something like that. Give us some more laps to play with, and always less yellow flags would have been great too. But yeah, I mean, a win's great, but I would have rather had more time to like race for it instead of just riding around under yellow the whole night.
So Blake, I've got to ask you, talking about contenders, obviously, you mentioned Hanner and Justin Anderson. But how about your teammate, Sean Carmody, moving up 22 spots, finishing second? If he was able to hold with you on one of those restarts there, do you think he would have had something for you?
Honestly, no. And that's no disrespect to him. It was hilarious. He showed up like a minute before the race. Dude sitting there chowing down dinner with his microphone hot, so we're all listening to him smack his lips, eating dinner. He kind of reminds me of me sometimes when I do like an official race. I'll start in the back, and then midway through the race, I kind of look up and I find myself starting on the front row for a restart somehow with no clue how I got there. So, yeah, he did a great job missing all the crap tonight and getting up to the front. And I was watching him in my mirror. He did a great job holding off Shirley and Joe there for second place. So, yeah, hats off to him for pulling that off tonight. That was awesome.
Yeah, you guys as a team looked really strong out there. Unfortunate for your partner, Brandon Bernhardt, also had to look like he had an extremely fast truck out there tonight.
Yeah, super fast in practice. And then during the race, he was able to hold it up front. And I think there was just an issue there on one of the last restarts. I think one of the guys who were out on old tires was stacking people up. And I think everyone just got a little impatient behind him. And I think it kicked off a wreck. I'm trying to go back and find it right now, actually. But, yeah, obviously we're all on Discord together. So he was less than happy with everything that happened.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, congratulations. And we look forward to seeing you Sunday night at the Cup race.
Yeah, Kansas. I hope the new dynamic track makes that more fun. I hope it's not like a one groove party again, like it usually is. I have no idea how I'm going to do there. You know me. I don't really like the 1.5 miles all that much, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Should be a fun race.
Absolutely, man.
So I just want to point out something that Larry said. Something during the broadcast said that you're a lot like spitting that you're driving the 48 as Jimmy Johnson. That's how I know you're not Jimmy Johnson, because you don't like 1.5 miles.
Yeah. How I can win on road courses unlike he can. Yeah, but you know what? To be fair, though, when he was running 1.5 miles and actually winning them, they had like the old Gen 4 package, and they didn't like ruin the cars with the big ass spoiler and the 550 horsepower and turned it into like a crapshoot where there's no power, no fun. He was good on the edge, and that's what I wish these cars were like. So. I don't know. I feel like if they drove like those cars did, I mean, I might like them some more. But ever since they kind of neutered the cars, it's definitely not been nearly as fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, once again, congratulations. Great run tonight. We'll be looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yeah, man. You guys have a good night. Look forward to going back and watching the broadcast later.
Hey, you too, man.
Yep.
And the race winner, Blake Gordon. And real quick, before we bring in our second place driver, Sean Carmody, just had to let you know, Carl, your number one fan out there said, "Oh, hey, hot Carl."
Hi, Tammy. Thanks for watching.
All right, let's bring in Sean Carmody. Hey, Sean, it's Larry and Carl in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Copy that. I recognize that voice. It's been a little while, but I recognize the voice.
Hey, man, great race from you here tonight. Looked like a little strategy. Worked your way up towards the front, man, and ran really well to grab that second place.
Yeah, I actually got off of work and got home at like 7:58. Ran upstairs with a piece of pizza in my mouth. Jumped right into qualifying and got dead last. So I was already in the back of the pack. We did 30 laps. I saw we had 3 sets of tires, and finally my pit strategy worked. I was the only one who pit, And 2 laps later, yellow comes out. Everyone pits, puts me to the front of the field, maintain pace, and there I am, second place.
Yeah, man, it looked like you had a really great pace, even all things equal. Like I'm looking at best lap times, like Blake, blew everyone away with he had a 15.13, but you were a 15.22, which I think was the second best on the track. Looking through them now, but man, that was incredible. You were really fast tonight. I'm going to ask you something kind of the reverse of what I asked Blake. I asked Blake about the restarts there. When you were starting on his outside, if you were able to get a jump on him and you have the preferred line on the out, or at least his preferred line on the outside, do you think you would have had something for him tonight if you could have timed the restart right?
No, I was behind him early on, and he actually is the one I learned the line from. I was running the complete wrong line, and I saw if you run the top and then shoot down, it's like a slingshot, and that's how you could hold off the guys in the bottom. So following him, I saw him pulling on me, and even if I got a good jump, I was going to roll off and let him come up because I didn't think I had it for him tonight. But it was a pleasure to race against him. It always is. I like being up front with him and just learning because I'm new to the truck series. New to iRacing in general to a degree. I'm 3 months in, but I got enough races under my belt not to be a rookie. But I'm having a great time with it. And no, he's got the speed. He's a veteran, so he earned it. And congratulations to him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He definitely gave us a good laugh at the fact that he said that you were in qualifying, and he said that you were open mic'd and they could hear you chomping on your food, trying to get some practice in. So that was a pretty good laugh there.
Yeah, I had a slice of pizza, and normally I have my girlfriend's son up here with me, so they always tell me I got to put a push-to-talk button on my Discord, and that's what I have on here now. So this time I didn't have it, and I was chomping away on some pizza trying to qualify, and they're like, "We can hear you."
Well, hey, man, it was a great race by you, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow night, Daytona, man, and hopefully we get to talk to you then, too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and it was nice hearing from you.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
And that was Sean Carmody, the second place driver. Let's go ahead, man. Let's pull up the overall for tonight. As if my stuff decides to work. There we go. Let me click the right button, shall I? And your winner, Blake Gordon, followed by Sean Carmody in third. Joe Densmore, fourth. Dan Shirley, fifth. Randy Pepper in sixth. William Kling-Beal, seventh. Tim St. Jean, eighth. Brian Tiffany in ninth. Chris Oliver in 10th. Brian McFerrin in 11th. Ross Gage in 12th. Mike Burgess, 13th. Blake Ziti in 14th, Justin Anderson, 15th, Brandon Bernhardt, 16th, Cody Leland, in 17th, Stephen Dominy, and 18th, John Gordon.
The numbers aren't lining up for me, but I think my timing and scoring is frozen up.
No, it's okay. Rick Cooler in 19th, and in 20th, Andrew Burgess. Johnny Downey will finish 21st position. Kevin Haas, 22nd. Josh Hanner in 23rd and 24th. Josh Laston, 25th. Ed Springer, 26th. David DeParis. Real quick, on a quick note on that, Josh Hanner and what else I had on there? Oh, Josh Hanner, Sean Carmody, and Brian Tiffany, and Randy Pepper. Please update your teams, please.
Yeah.
That's just a real quick note if they do watch this. But outside of that, that's all I got. That is the
field. I wish we'd had some more green flag racing tonight, but man, what green flag we had was awesome. We had a lot of movement throughout the field. I mean, you can just look at the timing and scoring here and see, just going through, up 22 spots, up 6 spots, up 11 spots, up 2 spots, up 11, up 15. I mean, guys in the top 7 or so, moved up through the field to get where they're at, which is really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, there were some people out there, some extremely fast trucks that just had some rough night of racing, and and it cost them. As Blake said, we kind of wish that there would have been a little bit more green flag racing, and some of these stronger trucks would have been able to stay up there up front. Probably would have made for some good racing. By the way, hey Carl, when we sign off of this, can you take a look at why it always says Daytona on the results?
Can do.
Thank you. I'm going to throw that out there so that way if you forget and you watch this again, you remember.
Right. And, well, and also you can blame it on me next time if it's still there.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Hey, so again, from Bristol here, great racing. We expect a lot of cautions being Bristol Motor Speedway. Tomorrow night, the TNT Guitar Addict Series will be live from Daytona. That's going to be a fantastic race. That's going to be the Arctic boys running around. You guys have been putting on some great racing in there, so we look forward to a solid race there. And then the podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday evening. The guys are back. We'll be talking everything racing, all the haps of every league that we broadcast, and drinks will be flowing, so should be a good time. We're going to keep Nick from dropping the F-bomb too many times this time.
Seems unlikely.
We're definitely going to. We're going to try to bring that rating down a little bit from rated R. And then Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live from Kansas Motor Speedway. It'll be Carl, it'll be Josh, and they'll be calling the Cup race there.
Yep.
So
busy week.
Isn't it always? Well, Carl, you got anything good for the group?
No, I think I'm good. I'm really looking forward to calling the race Sunday and racing tomorrow night. So I'll see everyone then.
Absolutely. Hey, from everybody at Ghostfire Media, I'm Larry. That's Carl. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Again, catch us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TNT Racing. And on Friday, the podcast. I hope you guys all